Hello, everybody. I'm Tonya Eberhart, founder of BrandFace. We help business stars differentiate themselves, and we do that through personal branding.
Hey guys, I'm Michael Carr. I'm the COO of BrandFace. I was a client before I became a partner in the company, and we're the only comprehensive personal brand building system on the globe. Thank you for joining us on our Facebook Lives. We really appreciate the support. And we got some good information for you today, talking about time and time management.
Time management. So it's the age-old question or thought process, if only I had more time. And now that many of us voluntarily or involuntarily have more time on our hands because we can't do the things that we're used to doing, we decided to share with you 3 things that we prioritize, and we hope to share that advice with you today. So the first thing that we feel like should be prioritized during downtime, if you will, is family and friends. Family always comes first. Friends always come first. If there's somebody in need, if there's somebody you can help, please help them. If you are sequestered at home with your children and they're driving you crazy, take this as a moment that you won't ever get back again. We hope, for more reasons than one, right? But take this as a time to really appreciate that the moments that you do have to spend together, because that doesn't happen very often. And we realize that in the midst of the stress and everything, it's kind of hard sometimes to have gratitude about something like this. But that's when we really should look at the priorities and say, is everything in order? Family and friends first.
Absolutely. And the second thing that's important is you. Or me, if you want to put it in the first person.
Yeah.
Take care of yourself, folks. This is the time right here. Like, look, I know it's easy to be stressed with everything that's going on, and we don't know, and we get this information one minute, another information another minute. At the end of the day, folks, these times have always been part of our lives, and there'll be other times like this too. We don't want to be so caught up in concern that we get to take this minute to sort of go, take a deep breath, you know what I mean? Like, accept the reality and relax into it a little bit, because you can't change it. And the very first thing that you will blow your mind about is worrying about something you cannot change, right? So let's talk about what you can change, which is the third thing we like to prioritize.
Yes, exactly. And I know a lot of people have said to us over the years, gosh, if I had more time, I could work on my business more. I could systematize things. I could get my marketing together. And by the way, marketing is the #1 thing that people often complain to us about. It's like, I don't have time to do all this marketing, and I don't have my system in order. And so, gosh, folks, now is the time. This is the moment, if only I had more time, right? And it might be all we have right now is time, because we're not able to do all the things that we normally do. But taking a moment to look at the business, and if marketing is a big challenge for you, as it is for a lot of people, then you think of this. Don't worry about the marketing aspect of it yet until you define your brand, because your brand is actually what you market. So think of it like this. Marketing is getting a specific message out to your ideal customers using various different marketing vehicles, whether it's Facebook ads, Google ads, postcards, door hangers, radio, TV commercials, podcasts, however you want to get that message out on any marketing vehicle. But the brand, your message is what you're getting out there, right? It's the why. It's why you should do business with me, why we should do business with you. And so now is the time to hunker down and focus on that. So when the gates do open back up, we'll be ready and raring to go.
Yeah, you don't want to look back at this time, folks. Look, I don't say this to put pressure on you. The actual thought process is that it would take pressure off of you. That's what I hope, the message that you will take from what we're trying to say. But use this time very wisely, right? After you prioritize those important things, the human aspect of what we do. Now think about, hey, where am I going to stand when this thing gets lifted? And what can I do to set myself forward in that time? Those people that started earlier, that have their brand ready to go, they're able now to put that brand out there so when things take off. If you fall into the camp where you haven't spent time on defining and developing and displaying your brand and how that affects the customers you're reaching out to, which is what's most important, then now is the time to take a little bit of time to do that. And because you step back and put the thought process into it that it takes to be number one in your market, folks. And it's never been a better time for you to do that. Don't look back on the time and say, oh man, I should have been a little bit more productive. There's time to do both.
Yeah, there really is time to do both. And I have to share this with you. Almost every single person that comes out of the BrandFace program, gets their brand all put in a beautiful, package and tied up with a bow, says to me one thing: gosh, I wish I'd known about you guys when I first started. I wish I'd known about you when I first started. That's the same thought process as I wish I had more time. If only I had more time, I would have done things differently. Do them differently. Do them differently now. Starting with, we can't emphasize enough, friends and family, guys. Family is always the most important thing. Relish the time, spend the time, dedicate the time. That is something that you will never look back on and say, I wish I didn't do that.
Right.
Never. In fact, it'll be quite the opposite if you don't, right? And then second, you're me. Right. Work on me, right? Yeah. Because it's like, okay, I never have time to exercise. I never have time to really do meal planning. I never have time to meditate.
To relax.
Just sit and veg and watch TV. Right. I saw this article one time that I thought was fantastic, and I wish I could remember all of it, but the title of it was "Trash is Good for You." And I thought that was especially cute because we all worry. It's like everything we do, it's like, oh, I shouldn't eat that. I shouldn't do that. I shouldn't watch that on TV. I shouldn't be sitting on the couch so long. Shoot, do it, guys. Just once in a while, it won't hurt you, right? A little trash is okay, right? Exactly. Exactly. And then finally, of course, the wrap up of your business. And just if this is a time you can spend on the business and really focus on where do you go from here? How do you better define yourself and put yourself in a better position now, and most especially when the gates open back up, guys. That is time well spent. And I see several of our clients on here today. So want to say a shout out to Rebecca and Kathy, and tell you guys we're so happy and honored to have you in the BrandFace program.
Absolutely.
And they're doing it, guys. They're working on it.
They're putting it out there. And
That's right.
So we want to encourage you to do the same. Don't look back and say that time wasn't well spent, and to set yourself up. Look, I keep saying it on the videos. You'll hear me continue to say it. This is a worldwide problem and a nation problem for the United States, and we're going to face it head on, and we're going to do what we're supposed to do to stop all of this, right? And so that we'll band together. That we'll be stronger for it as humans, right? But here's the good news about it. When we come out of it, right, the economic engine was not broken. We were handed something we've got to deal with that was beyond our control, right? But everything else underlying that is like a smoldering fire, or if you liken it more to a rubber band, it just keeps getting stretched and stretched and stretched and stretched. When you let that rubber band go, that inertia is going to be unbelievable. And it'll be the same for our markets. It'll be the same for no matter what business you're in, you're going to see that happen. Now, we know there's certain tiers that are really in trouble. Our thoughts and prayers are to that, but we're going to get back and support our restaurants and support our outdoor activities and support those things where people can gather together and their revenue streams are based upon that. Real estate's a little bit different, although we're being affected in real estate. But folks, I didn't see anything wrong with the economy the way it was before this happened. And my prediction is when we do get through it, that it's going to take off. You want to be at the beginning of that wave. When that wave hits, you want to already be paddling, right? Right. So you can catch the wave, and we encourage you to do so.
Absolutely, guys. So if you have any questions for us, put them in the comments, and we promise you we'll come back and hit you back up with that. Yep. And just want to say thank you for taking time to spend with us right now. I know there are a lot of other things you could be doing right now, and we appreciate it. If you would like more content and information, access that you won't get anywhere else, if you are a business owner or an entrepreneur, go to our dedicated Facebook group called Build Your Business Star Brand. If you're a real estate professional, go to our dedicated Facebook group called Build Your Real Estate Brand. Join us there, and we would love to have you. We're waiting to open the gates and let you in.
That's right, folks. Or you can go to discussyourbrand.com. And actually, if you saw one of our posts from yesterday, Tonya and I are trying to field as many of those phone calls as we possibly can, because some of our speaking engagements, all of them, have been postponed until this thing to the ban is lifted. So we say, how
we
can
got more time too, guys.
How can we help? How can we help you guys? And that's what we want to do. So we're trying to take those phone calls also. And then from there, folks, you know what we say around here. It's about prosperity. And I'm not just talking about money. I'm talking about the full 360 of an abundant life, which includes prioritizing what we do in our lives, right? Around here, we know prosperity favors the bold. So we say, be bold, especially with your brand. And thank you, Ms. Tom.
Thank you, Michael. Thank you, everybody. Have a wonderful rest of your Wednesday.
Bye, guys.
Bye-bye.